A St. Louis startup created emergency management software called SirenGPS. It's a free app offered to the public in participating communities. First responders are using the technology to quickly locate SirenGPS users who call 911 for help. This also allows for personal and medical information to be shared immediately with emergency crews before they arrive on scene.
911, what's your emergency?
It could be a medical emergency, car accident, natural disaster, or an active shooter like you see in this simulation.
10-9 the location, please.
911 call centers are on the receiving end of those calls, but dispatchers can't always locate the caller, not when the majority of calls are made from cell phones.
Right now, when we get a call to 911, they get some location. It's just not dispatchable. They can't send someone there to your address because they might have half your neighborhood.
Paul Rauner says 911 systems haven't kept up with cell phone technology.
It triangulates from the towers using signal strength, which is what 911 can do, which isn't very accurate. A lot of times you get a tower, and that's all you get. Other two systems that your phone uses are Wi-Fi access points. Google and Apple have mapped those Wi-Fi access point signal strength by cross-referencing it with satellite, which is the third system your phone uses. So by using those different three systems and building a database, it can really improve location and get you a very good location very quickly on your phone. But the problem with the infrastructure is that it costs a lot of money to update the towers to be able to get that location from your phone. So they can't do it, generally speaking, across the country.
Rauner says he hopes to revolutionize 911. He launched SirenGPS, a mobile app with features for emergencies. Because when things go wrong, when calls drop or people can't tell 911 exactly where they are, dispatchers and first responders can't help as quickly without an accurate location.
If you come any closer, he's got a gun to my head. He's going to shoot me.
Same goes for a situation with an active shooter on a school campus or inside a large building, as in this scenario.
The way it's structured, and these are decisions that Apple and Google have made about how these operating systems are implemented, they have to call from our app to do it.
Get out of the hallway if I were you.
Caller originates a call. Whether the call completes or not, we've opened up a group chat between the first responders who are sort of assigned to the call from that area and the caller and the dispatch operation. So, if the call doesn't go through or the caller can't speak, we can have a group chat going on.
This public service announcement from the Keller Police Department in Tarrant County, Texas, makes the point.
Did you know when you call 911 from your cell phone, we do not have your exact location?
In 2016, Keller, Texas launched SirenGPS, giving dispatchers and emergency responders a much better location for emergency calls. The department's dispatch center serves almost 100,000 Tarrant County residents and is the first in the U.S. to use the tool. Residents are encouraged to download the free app and use the 911 panic button when they need it. The city refers to an FCC study that estimates using this kind of technology for cell phones could save more than 10,000 lives every year in the U.S. by improving response times. More than a year later, Keller city officials say they are seeing improvements. They're tracking it. This logbook shows how 911 calls using SirenGPS appear on a dispatcher screen compared to those same calls channeled through the standard 911 system.
So that's what the dispatch operator had when this person called 911, is they got this cell tower down here. We dropped a pin at the spot of the call, and he had that in parallel. So he had two screens. This is one of his screens. This is the other screen. So one of them was our map that dropped a pin on it, and he's showing you basically, here's another one where the tower hit was a mile from the house where the call came from.
It's one success story after another.
There's a 911 hang up, and the tower was a mile away from the actual caller, and they had a pin drop for the caller and were able to call back and figure out wherever they were.
Not only does it pinpoint locations, a SirenGPS user can provide personal and medical information in their profile so that first responders have the information before they arrive on scene.
If there's information you want a first responder to know when they show up to help you, you put it in there, like your picture and maybe your meds you're on.
Here, SirenGPS is online at Fair St. Louis, the city's July 4th celebration in 2017.
It's dropped already a pin here and in the truck and wherever else you want.
Those who are providing public safety are using it to coordinate and communicate. In the St. Louis area, West County EMS and Fire is using SirenGPS software in a couple of ways. One use is for internal communications.
For us, it's one way that we can push out information as a department as a whole when there's natural disasters or something as simple as traffic alerts. If 270 shut down like it was the other day, we have to know that we have to use an alternate route to get to the hospital. Obviously, minutes can matter in some of those emergency medical calls, so it's really important to know that we might have to deviate course based upon something that's going on.
West County EMS and Fire is also promoting the app for everyone in the community. They use it for community notification, sending out alerts during emergencies.
A lot of the police scenarios, active shooter type things, weather events, natural disasters, floods. Obviously in the area we deal with floods, we deal with tornadoes.
Rauner hopes more communities will take the next step, using SirenGPS for 911 calls, in case the unthinkable happens.
Shooter over here. Shooter right there.
And the caller's only hope is for a dispatcher to locate their cell phone. For Innovations, I'm Kathleen Berger.